Hello students, welcome back to our subject supply chain management. Students, in last lecture we discussed about the demand forecasting, and before demand forecasting we gone through the logistic management. So what about the logistic, then the new terms about the logistic, then components of logistics. So this is the topic related to logistic system, that is the marketing logistic system. So today we going to discuss about the marketing logistic. So logistic, in a logistic topic we discuss the logistic is related to supply chain. Logistic is in the production process, the internal movement, even through the ancillary units or through the distributors there is a logistic. But today we are going to discuss on marketing logistic system. So the word logistic is derived from the French word loger, which means the art of transport, supply and quartering of troops. So logistics means nothing but the transportation. These things we already discussed. What is meant by logistic? So you just remember what is meant by the logistic. The word the logistic is derived from the French word. So which one? That one is a logger, L-O-G-E-R. So logger, and it means the art of transport. So these things you have to remember, and essentially the military concept. So logistic, we already discussed the logistic is initially was used in the military system, now commonly applied to the marketing management. So when this word came into existence, at that time this word was used for military purpose, but now it is very common in a marketing management of products. So fighting a war requires the setting of an objective and the achieve this objective. So this is about the military system. Then similarly, the plan should be such that there is a minimum loss of men and material. So what is the use? What is the purpose of logistic? So it is a purpose that there should be a minimum loss of men and material. So how the loss of men means? There should not be the wastage of time of that man, or there should not be idle time. There should not be there should not be unskilled type of work, or there should not be wastage of the work, and there should not be the material. So wastage of a man means if the material is not reaching at a time, then that man will be idle. He will don't have any work to do. So at that situation he will be idle, and obviously there will be the loss. There will be the time loss, there will be the cost loss. That processor will have to pay that man. But the not making a product available, it is a fault of that company. It is not fault of that worker, that man. So whatever loss they have, that have to bear by that company. And if the material is getting a extra time to reaching at a point, then at that condition there will be the loss of material. There should be deterioration of quality. So it will affect on a product, as in the case of fighting in a war. So it is about the war. Then from the management point of view, marketing, logistic or physical distribution has been described as planning, implementing and controlling the process of physical flows of materials and final products from the point of origin to the point of use in order to meet customers' needs at a profit. So this is what mean by logistic management or the marketing logistics. So this is exactly the explanation of marketing logistics or physical distribution. So what it means? It means it is a process. In this process, there is a planning, there is a implementation, and there is a controlling. What they plan, implement, and control? So they plan physical flows of material, final products from point of origin to point of use, means physical flow of materials, so transportation of raw material, then final product transportation from point of production, means from company to the customer, and the main purpose behind this is to earn a profit. So this means the logistic marketing or marketing logistic or physical distribution. So as a concept, it means the art of managing the flow of raw materials and finished goods from the source of supply to their use. So this is what a definition of marketing logistic. So marketing logistic means it is the art of managing the flow of raw materials and finished goods from the source of supply to their users. So this is the managing of the raw material from suppliers to reaching finished product to ultimate users. So this is what the marketing logistics. Then in other words, primarily it involves efficient management of finished goods from the end of product line to the consumers, and in some cases includes the movement of raw materials from the source of supply to the beginning of the production line. So marketing logistic means not only the management of finished products or distribution of the finished product to ultimate consumers, but in sometimes it involves efficient management of finished goods, means whatever your ready product, it should be efficiently managed, it should be timely reached to its customers or its users. Along with this, in some cases, the whatever raw material required for the production, that should be supplied to the beginning of production line. So this is about the marketing logistic. The activities of marketing logistic includes transportation, warehousing, inventory control, order processing, information monitoring. These are the some activities. So these activities are considered primary to effective management of logistics. So these are the primary activities. Those are which are those? Those are the transportation, warehousing, inventory control, order processing, and information monitoring. So these are the primary activities of the logistic marketing. And why they are the primary? Because they are contributing the major share in the total cost of logistics, and they are essential to effective completion of logistic task. And then physical distribution system. So the important decision in respect of physical distribution. So which are the important decisions which are required to take for the physical distribution? So first one, how orders should be handled. So this is the one question, how orders should be handled, how you going to receive an order and how you going to deliver that order. So how you will handle that order, how you will take that order. Then second question, where should the warehouse be located? So after production, at what place you will store your product? What will be the location of your warehouse? Either you will using centralized warehousing or you will have the decentralization warehousing. So what will be your strategy about the warehouse? Then how much stock should you be kept on hand, and how should the goods be transportation? So how you going to maintain your stock? Either you will have a just in time, or you will store, or you will take a order in advance and then you start manufacturing, or you manufacture your product then you will store. So what will be your strategy? Then how is the logistic information monitor. So how you going to monitor your information? So these are the primary questions which are associated with the physical distribution system. Now the major task of physical distribution system. So first one, order processing. As we told, the order processing is the starting point of physical distribution system. So in order to provide quicker customer services, the order received from customers should be processed within the least possible time. So this is a very important point. So if you have to keep a good relation with your customer, you have to retain your customers, then you should have to give a delivery in a least possible time. So that is a primary requirement. And order processing includes, or what is meant by order processing? So order processing is another one cycle. So order processing means receiving the order, recording the order, filling the order, assembling the orders, means making a product ready, and for transportation. So this is a process of order. Then the company and the customer benefits when these steps are carried out quickly and accurately. So customers' benefit should be quickly and accurately provided. There should be minimum errors. And the example, if a wrong product or the same product with different specification is supplied to the customer, it may lead to cancellation of the original order. So it is very obvious. If you are making a delivery of a wrong product, or if you are giving a delivery of a same product but it have a different specification, then obviously the chances of getting cancellation of your orders are high. So this condition should be minimized. You should be deliver the product which order by the customers with same specification and same quality product. And the next one is warehousing. So warehousing, everybody knows, warehousing means it is a scientific storage structure which is used for the storage. So warehousing refers to the act of storing and assorting products in order to create a time utility. So in warehouses we store a product for making a delivery when it will be required. So warehousing create a time utility. So remember, the storage, not a warehousing, you can say storage create a time utility. And the basic purpose of warehouse is arrange placement of goods, provide storage facility, consolidate them with other similar products, then divide them into smaller quantities and build up assortment of a product. So this is about warehousing. We have the major topic of warehousing in our subject. Then we will discuss the different types of warehouses and uses, advantages of warehouses. So the some of the important decisions related to warehousings are: how many warehouses should the firm have? So first decision, how many warehouses they have. Either they will build their own warehouse or they will hire or take it on rent. So this is the decision. Then where should this warehouse? As I told, either they will use centralized or they will decentralize warehouse. And what should be the pattern of ownership? The same thing as I told, own or rented. So either you will own or you will build your own warehouse, or you will going to take on a rent. And if you own, you will own the warehouse. So what will be the quantity? How much you will have? How much you will require? So this is about some decisions related to warehouse. So generally large number of warehouses a firm has, the lesser would be the time taken in service customers at different location, but greater would be the cost of warehousing. So if it is very obvious, if the company have the larger number of warehouses, means they have the warehouses at different location, obviously the product will reach in a minimum time to the customer, because their storing point is very near to that customers. But having the more warehouses will obviously have to bear a more cost. The next one, inventory control. So again, inventory is our major topic which we are going to discuss in next lecture. So linked to warehousing decisions are the inventory decisions, which hold the key of success of physical distribution, especially where the inventory cost may be as high as 30 to 40%. Therefore, the new concept of just-in-time inventory. Just-in-time inventory means what? The procure a product whenever you require. So procure just in time when you require that you have to procure. So decision regarding level of inventory involves estimation of demand for products. So on the basis of estimation, you can, on the basis of demand estimation, which we already discussed in last lecture about demand forecasting. So on the basis of that, you can going to take a decision about the inventory, and the correct estimate of the demand helps to hold proper inventory level and control the inventory cost. So if you have the proper accurate forecasting, accurate prediction about demand, then there will be the maintain of the proper level of inventory, and there will be the minimum cost in a inventory. Then inventory, there are major factors which helps to determine the level of inventory. The first one is the firm's policy regarding the customer service level. So what is the firm's policy regarding customers? How you will going to deliver that product? Either you will going to receive order in advance, or you going to first manufacture the product and then you will going to discuss. So what will be the firm's policy? Then degree of accuracy. So this is another factor. How much of accuracy is there in your demand forecasting? So if you have a very accurate model implemented in forecasting and you have the very accurate decisions, then obviously you will minimize your inventory cost. And next factor is responsiveness of the distribution system. Then another point, that is the transportation. So transportation is a very important factor. Transportation means it makes the movement of goods from points of production to point of sale to point of consumption in a quantities required at a time needed and at a reasonable cost. So transportation means we can say it is a process which make a movement of a product from the point of production to point of distribution and again point of customers in a time and at a required time and at a reasonable cost. So this is about the transportation. Transportation add the place utilities to the product. So this is again important. You have to remember the transportation create a place utility, and good transportation facility will have a good economic value because product will reach with a good quality and obviously will get a good price. Then information monitoring. So the physical information is a very important aspect. So monitoring the information or monitoring the physical distribution managers continuously need up-to-date information about the inventory, transportation and warehousing. So the distribution manager should have to keep information about the inventory, means what is the stock in inventory, how much they are forecasting, how much they dispatch, how much incoming material is there, then what is the transportation status, and how much material are stored in the warehouses. So all this information should be updated with the physical distribution managers. Then in respect on inventory information about present stock, this the same thing. The manager should know what is their present stock, what will be their future requirement. So all this information should be available with the distribution manager. Then again the same point for the warehousing. They should know each and everything about the warehousing. What is the schedule, what is the loading unloading performance, when they are going to load unload the material, then what will be their controlling cost, if controlling, how they will do the fumigation and all those activities to keep your product. So all these factors they have to consider about the warehousing. So thank you students for watching this video about the marketing logistic system. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, any queries, then you can contact me on our group. Thank you.